Again, it's not the tools that we're talking about here. It's how we think to solve a problem. One example is with Christmas coming up and you buy something that has instructions, do you actually sit down and read the instructions before you assemble something, or do you just assemble it and figure it out and need the instructions after the fact? What is your method in thinking to solve a problem to accomplish the task? Unfortunately, most companies in America, what I've seen in most of my clients is that our PDCA approach is nothing more than doing. We don't do any of the planning or the checking or the root cause analysis or the actions. Did we actually do it or not? So it's firefighting mode. So we all are under this stress of speed to try to get things done quickly. So we skip all the steps, and all we end up doing is doing whatever we can to improve the process. So typically what I see is either two phases of what people do in PDCA is either they plan, more planning, let's have another meeting to review the plan, but they don't actually ever do anything. All they do is talk about it and plan it. And they hope that eventually it would solve itself. Other companies I've seen with clients is that it's pretty much the opposite. They don't do any real planning. They just do this, and then just do this just in case. So it's basically throw everything against the wall and see what sticks. That approach is basically, eventually we're going to fix something. We really don't know what's actually being fixed of how we do it. We just know that we're being asked to do something. So a lot of times in clients, the bosses will say, don't come to me with a problem unless you have a solution. So a lot of the approaches and pressures that people have is to have things to do. And if you're really not sure, have a lot of things that you're doing, so you can say you're doing a lot of things. So that quantity of the things that you're doing basically is a excuse over actually figuring out what you specifically have to do. So with that, most companies are either doing a lot of planning, a lot of doing, that I call that PP and doo-doo. It's not PDCA. So if you're doing PP and doo-doo, you're going to get those results. So that's the actual results that you will get. It's not a very pretty picture. So let's go back to the PDCA, how we really should do it, the system that should be acceptable.